So anybody can do online events. I mean, you've been doing them already. You do, Zoom meeting, you invite people in, and, however many show up, if they're there, or you don't know if they're there because you really have no idea, right? It's a very one-way sort of conversation. One of the things that we build in is that engagement. So we know who's there, how long they've stayed. You get all of that data. You don't just get their name and you don't just get their name as most conferences will give you. Well, what about phone numbers? What about emails? What about what they clicked on? Did they go to your booth? Did they watch a video? Did they download a document? What that user journey was like? You get all of that data as well as part of the package. Whether you're as a multi-sponsored and you just have a session in one of the bigger events that we do, or whether you do your own series of events. So I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to bring up an event that we've been doing now for 4 years. This will be our 6th year, as a matter of fact. Sorry about that. It's the No Nonsense. It's our largest podiatry conference. I mean, this is a landing page. It's accredited, talks about the event, shows you the agenda. I mean, many of these surgeons you're gonna, I'm sure, be familiar with if you go down. And then at the bottom, you have all the surgeons. This is a 2.5-day event. So you have all the surgeons. You click on the surgeon, comes up with their little bio. So it just gives you a lot of information. But I think where the magic happens is once you get in, you land on the lerEXPO building. And this is the building where we house this particular event and most of our events. So when you click into the building, you're brought into the lobby. And in this multi-sponsored event, you'll see all the vendors get their logos around the exhibit hall, around the lobby. You can click into an exhibit hall where all of the vendors are that are in attendance. You can click on a booth, any of these booths, for example, and then you would be able to access videos, documents. The attendees would be able to access videos or documents. You can add a video to your swag bag as a clinician. I want to add this document to my swag bag. And then when you come back in, either the next day, a month later, 2 months later on during the conference, you click your swag bag and there's all the documents. The value for you as a vendor is you get that information. So Dr. Jones watched our animation video. Dr. Jones clicked on our product information packets. Dr. Jones, was interested in this particular, fibular nail. So there's a real way to tie in what it is you're offering to how to directly target that end user. And then you go in the auditorium. That's where you watch the conference. Now it's play because obviously it's recorded. Every event we do is recorded. We share that recording with the actual sponsor as well. So you get access to that video. You could chop it up using your marketing materials, using your own educational materials. We do not take it down. So this lives, and we're able to remarket it after. We also have a lounge. We're in the lounge. Every vendor has all of their social media handles, and we encourage the clinicians to connect with you on your social media channels. We do that through a leaderboard. So we kind of created this sort of gamification component, right? Where you get a certain amount of points for the different activities that you can partake in during the event. And here's the list. I mean, you see they're pretty aggressive with doing things during the conference. I mean, 20,000 points is a lot of points. The way our platform is set up for these type of events, you can't just click in and then leave, because the only way that you get to the next session is by clicking into the next session. So you cannot access any of the presentations unless you click into them. So that Dr. Jones is in session 3 because he clicked into session 3, not because he clicked in at the beginning of the day. So we created a real fun event. We try to make it visually appealing and visually engaging. So we created an arena. We built an actual arena for the event. And then when you click into the arena, you land right on the basketball court. So we're very keen with branding. I mean, you can see that. They're the sponsor, so the colors are consistent with their colors, right? The red and the black. Their exhibit hall is only their booths because they're single sponsor of this event. So they broke out their product line into different product lines, and they segregated the booths. So you got, external fixation and MIS and nailing and plating and staples. And so they know when the doctor clicks on a certain product, then that's what they're interested in. The lounge is same, only it's just theirs. We have a networking chat room where if you can click on whoever's in the event. You could chat with them behind the scenes, both as a clinician and or as a sponsor. So if you had some salespeople that you wanted in attendance for an event, they would be able to message with the clinicians as well. We have a leaderboard, so obviously the points are less because it was less sessions, and the auditorium is where you get to watch the event. So what we did with this event was we had the audience vote on which clinician they wanted to move on to this next round. So it was really a lot of engagement that made it really fun. Our promotion goes to our email list, right? So we had I think upwards of almost 400 clinicians on for this event. Our promotion involves email, social media. We work very closely with the clinician. Every clinician that presents at any of our conferences has to meet with me for 15 minutes, so they know how the platform works, how to share their screen, and we make sure to take a little video with them and share that throughout all of our social media handles as well. Anybody that follows me will know what I'm talking about. We have so many different events, so we have so many different speakers. I've worked with probably close to 500 clinicians over the past several years, and we've shared, hundreds of videos of the event that we're promoting. So we do events that range from, anywhere from, depends. If it's a non-CME event, you may have, 150 or so forth. And then for a bigger CME event, you might have somewhere around 400, or in the case of VLS, we had 600 plus. So it all varies depending on, the topic and the speakers. But we leverage everything we have from a promotional standpoint, our mailing list, our website, our email list, social media, to promote the event and the clinicians that we're working with.